Welcome to Waiting on the Most High, where we talk about losing the weight, whether it's physical weight, the weight of the world, friends, relationship, and just the mental stress that we go through every day. And I have a special guest today. We have Kiera and Miss Zola with us. And Kiera is an old friend of mine. We grew up together, like literally from the womb. And life happened, and we kind of lost touch for a while. But she's always been very near and dear to my heart, like a sister to me. And with this new journey of single motherhood that I'm on, and trying to date and all that stuff, I guess, I look to women like her who have been down this road before and can actually impart some good wisdom, and me just not out here moving around not knowing what I'm doing, because I don't know what I'm doing. And I feel real crazy all the time. So today we're going to talk about dating and relationships and just what that looks like today with kids and just how to maneuver through all of that. So I know that since your kid's dad, you have dated. How is that? You know, like,
Crazy.
yeah, it's really as bad as people say, huh?
Not really. It depends on a person you deal with. Like my previous relationship, I feel like because he did not have a relationship with his children, it was kind of like he was envious of the relationship I had with my children.
I never thought about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, and I mean he admitted it, so I respect him for that. But it's like, no, I can't build nothing with you because
So him not having a relationship with his children, was there something that he was choosing, or was it just a circumstance of the relationship with their mom?
okay, it was 3 kids, 3 different women.
Oh, okay.
You got 1 in Atlanta, 2 in Memphis. The middle one is kind of like, well, I don't really want you to see your child because you got a girlfriend. So if he wanted to see his baby, he had to lie like we were into it so he can get his child. The last one, she pretty much just wanted to throw her baby off on you. So we had that little boy alive, but that became an issue as well. And the first one, I mean, she was in and out of like, I guess different facilities. I think she was on drugs, so that baby was kind of like finna go to the system.
Right. Wow.
But
That's
I don't feel
heavy.
like he was being consistent either, because he was more like well, she just want to go to the club. That's why she want us to watch a baby. I mean, as mothers, I feel like we deserved it too. As a father, you move when you want to.
However you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm big on get your children, get that woman a break. I mean, because we deserved it. Whether I'm going to go get my nails done, going to the club, that's my business, because every day as a father, you get to get up and go without trying to find a babysitter, without worrying, how long you can be gone. Y'all just free to do whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but it's cool. I just don't feel like the relationship was there with him and my kids, though, I would see when he did get his kids, you were super nice to them because you barely seen them.
Right.
My kids, you want to be a little bit more harder on them, and I don't feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
But
That is like a fear of mine, trying to, because I'm not dating. Let me make that very clear. I'm not dating at all. And it's crazy because when guys do try to talk to me, I don't know. I mean, you know me. You get what I'm saying? And you know how I get down.
Yeah.
But it's like I can't even tap into that. Like, she down in there. I don't know if she's scared to come out. I'm scared to, I don't know. I don't know how to talk. I turn into Goofy from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, stumbling over my words,
Fix the Lord.
looking crazy. I don't know what to say, and I think I am afraid. I know I don't want to bring nobody around my kids. I know that's a thing. But also, like you said, having somebody who treats your kids fairly.
Right.
Like, if you're a drill sergeant, that's fine, but be a drill sergeant with everybody, not just my kids. And to be honest, a lot of us out here got a lot of kids nowadays. Either you have kids and it's with multiple people, or you like me just got a bunch of kids by one somebody,
person, yep.
or you don't have kids at all.
Mm-hmm.
And in each of those circumstances, it's really difficult to blend any of the two.
It is.
So it's just like, what do I
It's
do?
also an issue too, because a lot of men like him, they feel like you're still dealing with your child's father. They don't like to see you in a positive environment. I'm gonna say it's kind of like, well, if I see y'all smiling with each other, what was the conversation about? I mean, me and my kids dated. We talk about our kids,
Right.
but we were friends before we ever dated. So that friendship, I always be there. I don't have to hate him because we're not together.
No, for sure.
I don't have to hate him because he don't do for his kids. I mean, it is what it is. But a lot of men don't like that either. They want to feel like, well, she hate her baby daddy.
Yeah.
No, I don't hate him. It is, I mean, we just didn't work, unfortunately, and we have children together.
Yeah.
But your kids should always see you interacting with each other in a
Positively,
positive manner.
yeah.
Yeah. But men don't understand it.
Yeah, that ego.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. I think it's crazy. Like in my situation is real new, so it's not like I'm even looking to date. I'm kind of like trying to get my mindset around the concept of dating
Yeah.
before I actually start dating, right? So it's like with me and their dad, we don't communicate well. It's not angry conversation anymore. It used to be. It was bad. I said some things that I didn't even know I could say. And, I've apologized, and on both ends, he has too. But it's like now the conversation is real short and real brief.
Yep.
But I do know that with time, it may not always be that way. And it probably will become friendlier. And I could only imagine, I get it that a man should understand, but I also empathize with a man that's like nervous about that. Like, yo, you've had all of this man's kids.
Right.
And it was the same thing for you. All of your children were by him. So I think, I can see how that's like, oh, because there's always a connection there. And I
Yeah.
think that for a man, men are real possessive over their women.
They are.
And that's natural. So I think that it's kind of nerve wracking. And I do not want to put a man in a situation to where he feels like he always has to be on the defense in a relationship with me. And nowadays it's hard to vocalize that because, like I've said this before on this platform, I know I talk too much. And I think that I expose way too much of myself way too soon. And
That could be a thing.
But I'm like, I just really want you to know what you're getting into. I don't want you to think anything. I'm an overthinker. And if you leave me space to make up a story, I'm going to make up a good one.
Right.
And I don't want to do anybody else like that. So, like, how do you navigate that? Like, when you're dating with your kids, knowing that you have to maintain a relationship with your dad and your experience, or not with their dad, in your experience, though, how do you go about having those conversations with the guy that you're dating?
For one, well, I've grown to just now. I'm gonna just let them know up front. Look, me and my kids dated. We not together. We ain't been together. With the twins 7, so really it's almost 7 years that we have not been together. But furthermore, we're family. We're always gonna be family. I mean, if they can't accept it, it is what it is. But I don't hate him. Out of respect, at one point, he could only come to my house to watch my kids. I wasn't dropping my kids off because I didn't feel comfortable.
Okay.
But if I'm in a relationship with you, out of respect, let me drop these kids off, so you won't feel no type of way. But I do also leave that door open to if I'm going out and you may not be here, hey, my kids there, they're going to be here watching them.
Right.
Ain't nothing like, because as I'm coming in the door, he going out the door.
Right.
I mean, but it's a conversation that has to be had. So I do say keep doing what you're doing, like telling them up front. But like you said, sometimes you could say too much because everything ain't meant to be said, and it's really none of their business.
And it's crazy that I'm just now learning it, and I think that does have to do with me being married. Because it wasn't like I was just in a relationship; we were married, so everything was out in the open. So I've developed a mindset of just everything is always out in the open. And I gotta rewind it and learn to keep things to myself. Yep. And that's hard to do, to like really unlearn something. It's difficult. And it's like nowadays, everybody's like so scared to be vulnerable. And I'm just like, I'm a crybaby. I don't mind crying. I don't mind exposing myself. I feel like, especially now that I've gone through what I went through with my kid's dad, I felt so exposed and so bare and so alone, to the point where now I kind of use it as a defense mechanism. I'm gonna just put all my stuff out there,
so you'll know.
So can't nobody else put me out there like that again. But at the same time, that's gonna scare somebody off, because it's like, dang,
And you gotta look at it like, is that man gonna tell you everything about him?
Yeah.
Because they're not. So I feel like the past is left in the past for a reason. So, I mean, if they want to know, they'll ask, but I'm not just gonna volunteer. And one of my good friends had to tell me, Kiera, stop volunteering information. And I learned this some years back when she told me that, and it stuck with me. I was just like, you know what? I don't have to say. I'm not married to you.
Right.
I'm tell you this, that, and the other about
me. That's another thing. I really be looking at dudes like, you finna be my husband. And it's like, bro, chill. Chill. And it's not even like I want that right now.
Right.
But it's just like my mind instantly goes to you and me, my kids, my home, and
Will family.
You know what I'm saying? And the bro be like, I just asked for your number. That's all I wanted was to text you.
It's going to take a minute. I don't know. It took me, I had been single almost 4 years. Like, I was just out here doing me, really.
Right.
No, I want to move how I wanted to move. So, I mean, because the relationship just wasn't for me. I don't know how to live with people other than my kids, sadly. Yeah. But it's just too much to come with it, the baggage. Men nowadays, they want you to build them up, but they, I may come already whole, and you're steady tearing me down because you're dealing with past issues. Yeah. You just get out of toxic relationships. So, like you said, you're trying to unlearn some things, and I'm not the person to be teaching you, not at this age.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just too old for that. Especially, I mean, we had our daddies around, so we know how to be treated. These men now are different.
Yeah, I was just talking about that, though. It's like the quality of people, men and women, though. Even though I know we're different, a lot of these women are trash.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's like, guys, and I saw a clip of a man talking to a woman before, and he was saying that it's difficult to know a good woman because we look too much like the bad women.
Yep.
And not even just physically, but we hang around, the saying, birds of a feather flock together.
Yep.
And even though I do believe that's true too, in a sense, but at the same time, I'm not the same person as everybody that I hang around a lot of different type of people. And I'm still grounded on who I am, regardless of who I'm around. If I got a friend that want to sleep around, I'm not sleeping around with her. You know what I'm saying? That's her business. Yep. And the fact is, I set boundaries in all of my friendships, so what that friend knows, I'm not finna call you when I know, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call my other friend to go drive me to go do this, because I know you not finna. I'm gonna talk your ear out. I'm really finna put my Bible out on you, what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's difficult for a guy to really know who you are, especially, I get this question a lot now, which I got the question a lot while I was married, but it's kind of offensive now that I'm not. When people ask, are all your kids by him? And it's just like, I get it. But yeah, like they're all, that's their dad.
I mean, they, in a sense, you look at our generation.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women out here, they get sent
Yeah.
with baby daddy. So it's kind of like, I think they more like we are too. Because as a woman, I want to know. I mean, the last guy I dated, I want to know. All three of your kids by the same woman?
Yeah.
Because I want to know what I'm stepping into.
No, for sure. I get it. I get it. I think it's just me dealing with my circumstances. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody is even being offensive when they ask the question. Mm-hmm. It's just me feeling that way. Because it's new and I'm just like, dang. When I was married, it wasn't really a question. I got asked sometimes, but because you saw a ring on my finger, it was just like, I'm not even going to ask. Mm-hmm. But now, it's just like, here come this woman with all these kids.
They get the same daddy.
Come on. Where they daddies at? They're right. One daddy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But then on the other hand, I have situations to where a guy try to talk to me and I'm letting them know what my life looks like. Mm-hmm. And they seem really interested in really getting to know me. And then I'm like, I'm shutting the conversation down because now I don't trust you. I feel like I got way too much going on for anybody to genuinely be interested in building a relationship with me. Does that make sense?
Yes, you know what I'm saying? And no, because like I just said, I mean, men coming with baggage left and right. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like as mothers, I wouldn't necessarily say it's baggage. They may consider kids as that, but I feel like ours is more so we get more of a tight schedule.
Right.
And if a man can't understand, I mean, you got 5 children.
There's always something going on.
Exactly.
I just started my business, so with the daycare, that's all day. Yeah. And I'm working at night over the weekends, so it's like I don't got no time to do nothing. Mm-hmm. And I don't mind that. I actually like being busy because when I didn't have a tight schedule, I was really kind of like down and out, thinking about my circumstances, wondering when things are going to change. It's like I don't think about this stuff no more because I am working. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, I think my issue is though, first, is I can't even just talk to people. I don't know how to, hey, what you doing? Nothing. I'm like, what?
Well, you might need to actually go on dates. Okay, that's enough. I mean, I feel like if you go out on a date, maybe
stranger danger. That's what I was taught. I don't want to meet nobody I don't know. And too bad.
Well, have somebody meet you there.
Now, see, the thing is, what's messed up is your folks, you know who I'm talking about. They decided they wanted to go and start a family. I'm going to let that go. But anywho. Mm-hmm.
He still be asking, though.
I know he do. Why wouldn't he? But anyways.
I'm just a messenger.
I'd be like, y'all really got me out here talking to strangers. I don't like that. It's a guy came up to me at work last night. Was like, you got a man? Nope. Can I have your number? How old are you? You look like you're 12. Leave me alone. That's another thing. I've been trying to figure out what type of guy I need to date because, I'm an old lady. I've always been an old lady. So do I need me an old man? Do I need to be find me a 50-year-old?
The older ones, they're stuck in their ways.
That's true.
The ones that are age, they ain't quite grown up yet.
Mm-hmm.
The younger ones, it's like they know what to do.
And it's crazy because the dude was like 26.
My boyfriend is Andre's age. We're 4 years apart.
I did not know that.
Yes.
And he seems like a really great guy.
And he reminds me a lot of Andre.
Wow.
So it's some growing there. But overall, yeah.
That's cool.
He doing what he's supposed to.
Yeah, I can tell. Mm-hmm. So with that, get
somebody younger.
I don't want see, and I think that's me. I can't project myself on a guy, but I am real motherly. Mm-hmm. just naturally. Even before I had kids, I just take care of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want to become a grown man's mother. And I think that there's something that I know I gotta not do. But at the same time, if you a young dude, but maybe he might put me on a place, be like, hey, bruh, I got it. That's what I need. I need somebody to just tell me I got it. Tell me to shut up and I got it.
Well, I'm very independent, too, so that has become an issue in my relationship. He's not used to someone who's on the same level or above him.
Okay.
So it's different for him because he kind of like, dang, I'm grown. You know I can do this for myself. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but what's the issue with me doing it for you? Like when you do stuff for me, I don't shut it down. But when it come to me doing for him, he's shutting it down. Like, I'm a man. I get this. I mean, it's cool and all, but like you said, we naturally give and want to take care of you. It's different.
Cause I got that bad. Like this one guy that I really like. I be trying to cook them my dinner. I be like, hey, bro, I cook such and such. You want to cook? Why am I doing that? Stop. But I don't know how to not do that. You get what I'm saying? I've been cooking for a man for 11 years of my life.
Well, when they shut you down enough, you kind of be like,
no, trust me.
Forget it.
I know.
You'll be like, forget it. Because I feel like that's where I am now. It's just like, look, I'm finna keep trying to reciprocate the energy. Because once I give you a little shading, like, dang, what happened to Kiera?
Yeah.
Well, you kept shutting Kiera down because you feel like you had it. So I'm going to let you have it.
You know, I think I got a problem, though. Because when guys shut me down, I don't know if it's like, if I'm being too masculine. Because I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm finna go harder. I need to stop.
Yeah, because I was doing the same thing. When Terrius will tell you to this day, Kiera was very persistent. He was like, you're the most aggressive woman I've ever met.
I don't like that word, and I know I'm aggressive. Oh, well.
But I was sweet about it. It's just like,
you know what I'm saying?
You like this?
Let me go get you.
I get you. He's just like, why would you go do it? I mean, do you not want it? I mean, yes, but okay, well, you're welcome.
I swear that's me. And it's just, I don't know how to not be that, but I know that I gotta stop.
They appreciate it in the end, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna complain, but if they've never had it, it's hard for them to accept it.
Yeah.
But you got to let the man be the man. Like, let him.
Be.
I feel like men
let
are
a man
natural,
be a man.
Natural, like, they're hunters in a sense. Like, I feel like you supposed to be chasing me.
No, for sure. And I know that. And that's the crazy thing. Again, because of my situation with my kid's dad, I know exactly where I went wrong and the things that I should have done differently. And that's one of them, not really letting that man be a man, for sure. But we started dating with kids. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all were young.
We were
young.
Oh, it was doing too much too soon. And the fact that he wasn't capable of being a man because he was a boy.
Yep.
So now we've created this pattern and you're growing into a man, and I'm just like, who you talking to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you trying to do that for? I've been doing this. So I know, and I'm trying to not be that way.
Right.
Because now I am an adult, and whoever I do choose to date, he's going to hopefully be an adult. Well, wait, pause. He's going to be an adult, but in his mind,
right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just like, I don't want to repeat the same cycle, for sure.
Absolutely.
And I know that letting a man be a man, and even the Bible tells you that, like, it's when a man finds a wife. You don't see anything in the Bible about when a woman finds a husband. It's the woman is the one to be found. I just need to sit back, look cute, do my thing, and let that man come around. But that's the thing. When somebody comes talk to me, I'm just like,
goofy.
don't talk to me. I don't know what to say.
It's gonna take some adjusting for sure.
And I mean, I'm naturally goofy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've always been goofy. And some guys think it's cute, but some guys they're like, you a little slow. And I'm like, I'm really not. I'm real
It's
smart.
just me.
I'm just nervous.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. It's tough. So you now are in a relationship. How is that going? Like learning from your past relationships. How are you navigating through that?
I'm gonna say overall, it's a great experience. I like the consistency with him
Yeah.
because a lot of men lose that. What I don't like is the fact that because of the toxicness that he's dealt with in the past, I feel like he's brung that along, now, and it's kind of hard for him to break that.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, some stuff I be looking like, who you talking to?
Yeah.
Cause this not that, and I can honestly say, cause I was quick to, you gotta roll. Now I can't talk to you. Now you doing too much. I
you
be by myself.
You be putting folks out.
I mean, I can't live with you no way. So yeah.
Wow. So that's I think I'm like a sucker, man. Folks really be getting over on me. It's like I really gotta get mad to really set a boundary.
No man.
You get what I'm saying? And I know that's not healthy. Yeah.
And see, cause I'ma give you chance after chance, and then when I'm tired, when I done stop talking, that's when you gotta worry about it.
Yeah.
And like I've told him before, like I get it takes time, stuff don't happen overnight, but I gotta see some type of progress because you can't keep on holding on to the things that happened in your past.
Yeah.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot, a man ain't gonna stick around as long as a woman stick around to deal with certain stuff.
Yeah.
They be ready to go. Like, they not finna deal with this, that, and the other. But when it comes to a woman, they expect for you to hold their hands and understand, well, I've been through this, so I've been through that. We all been through something. But as a woman, I'm going to give you a fair chance.
Yeah.
So when you mess it up, it's because you messed it up. Not because of my past experiences with my exes, and now I see some of the same traits in you.
Right.
But now I am at a point, it's just like, I'm just going to pray about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask God to direct me because I don't know. I done prayed for you. I even went so far as, Kiera, control your own attitude, because two wrongs don't make a right.
Baby, because you got an attitude.
Look, I'm telling you.
I know.
And I told him, I'm just like, when, again, Lachey come out, it's hard to put her back up. So I need for you to get it together because I care enough about you to the fact
to not do that.
When you get an attitude, I'm just like, Kiera, take your feelings out of it.
Yeah.
And just roll with the flow.
And just let him get it out.
Yeah, I ain't never been like that.
No, that don't even sound like it. I'm proud of you for that, though, because that's growth for real. It is.
And it takes a lot out of you. And me personally, dealing with depression and anxiety, it's a lot on me now. So I'm just like, look, I'm about to break it. I can't keep dealing with your attitude and me trying to be a big girl over here. I'm holding it together, trying not to go off on you, because then we just gonna clash then, and then you gotta roll. Yeah. So I mean, it's better than previous relationships, but he has a lot to work on with attitude and growing past the things he's went through. Right. I mean, go seek a counselor, a therapist, or something, but he's against it.
Wow, that's unfortunate. Because that really helps.
Yes.
I haven't been to therapy in a minute, but when I was going, I had so many tools of just how to navigate through my own emotions. And I think that a lot, especially our black men, like, bro, it's necessary. Like, the world itself is just designed to attack you. And then you put yourself in these situations, in these relationships with these women that don't know how to love you. You don't know how to love. So now you're just angry. Yep. And then you meet a woman that actually does love you, and you take out that anger
on her.
You know?
That's and sad. I've told him that. I said, and I know it sound mean. Money was the one that told me. He was like, Kiera, that was very mean of you to say that. I said, I feel like you've been hurt so much that you don't know what love looks like. You don't know how to be loved. I had to tell my ex boyfriend that you don't know how to love a person. It's like you've been almost like childhood trauma or something. Like you wasn't loved
Like you
properly.
conditioned to act this way.
Yeah.
So when you come across actual love, you don't know how to handle it. And I mean, I get how that could be mean, but it's a true statement. Yep. And I think that there's something that we, like, especially our generation, we have to really look into. Really, we got to heal ourselves before we start trying to be out here.
Absolutely.
Making relationships, making babies, building homes. And I know I don't recommend starting a family at 18 years old. I do not recommend. Especially if you hadn't had positive examples. And that was my case. Even though my mom and my stepdad had been together, they didn't live together. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see them have arguments. I didn't see how to maneuver through those down times.
Right.
And for me, I'm real non-confrontational. You want to yell, you can yell at yourself. I'm gone. I just they get under my mama's skin. Mom's so nonchalant, bro. I don't want to hear none of that.
Like that. I want you to at least talk back to me. Like, we don't have to argue, but communicate with me.
I'm good. And that was something that I really had to learn in counseling, because I was taught through my counseling that for a lot of people, negative attention is better than no attention at all. Yeah. And I realized that in my marriage at the time, me not giving the attention in those moments where we needed to have a conversation, it didn't have to be an argument, but voices getting raised, you getting real animated.
Yeah.
I'm gone. You can talk to yourself. And then from there, though, now, you're not going to pay me any attention. So now I'm finna get some negative attention. So now we really finna be at each other's throats, which is not what you wanted, but now you're getting something out of me.
Right.
So, I've learned that. And I think that's another reason why I might over communicate, because I went so many years not communicating how I felt. And it's just now finding the balance, Because
it's vital for sure, communication.
Yeah.
And even in this relationship, I'm learning he's more of a, let me calm down first. We'll talk about it another day.
Yeah.
Me, the next day come, he's just like, well, why you didn't remind me? Well, why should I remind you?
Not remind me.
You told me.
You the one postponed it.
Yeah, so come back to it. Because me, I'm big on not going to bed mad at each other and everything. So I be wanting to correct the issue. Even if we just have to find common ground. We may have to agree to disagree.
Right.
To just brush it off, be like, I don't want to talk about it right now.
And that's another thing.
It bothers me.
I don't mind agreeing to disagree. In my past relationship, that wasn't something that he liked. He was like, we have to agree. No, we don't.
No.
We don't have to agree. And I can still love you and not agree with you.
Exactly.
And I will say this, though, to be fair, because I feel like in a lot of my friendships, even in our friendship, I think that was the issue for me, is we don't agree, so we can't be friends. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of times we have that mindset in our relationships, and it was different because I was married. I knew that that couldn't be the case. You know what I'm saying? I had to figure something out.
Right.
But even what I was figuring out, which was just shutting down and not communicating, that's still incorrect.
Because you don't get nowhere at a problem.
Nowhere at all. And it's the same problem, literally. A lot, like, why we're not together stems from something that happened in the present, but is something that's been festering for 11 years. You get what I'm saying? It's not like, and it's hard to explain when people ask, what happened? It's a very long story. It's not just cut and dry. It was a lot happening for 11 years.
Yeah. That you probably overlooked too.
Yeah.
We got to stop doing it because you end up making yourself unhappy. You can't get time back.
Right.
So it's kind of like you see those red flags and you just like, well, this is not for me. Unfortunately, we got to move on.
Yeah. And I think that that's fearful of us. Like, especially you got kids involved. Oh, they need their daddy around. We got to be a family.
Yep.
And there is truth to that. But if you're making poor decisions on who you're with and who you're choosing to create life with, then that's when things kind of go left. And like now, I think about that stuff so much when it comes to dating. And, I know that when I am ready, it'll be with the person I'm supposed to be with. But it's just like, it's so many moving parts now. It's not just me.
Yep.
It's not just, Charisma's looking for love. No, Charisma's looking for love and someone to help her care for her children and someone to help her build her family and her house. And that's a lot. That's a lot to put on anybody, on any man. Even if he's a millionaire and he's experienced and he's been to therapy, that's a lot. It doesn't matter. It's just like, here I am. I don't want to put my baggage on you. I don't want to present myself to a man in a unfinished form. But at the same time, it's just like, am I meant to do all this by myself and then meet somebody once it's done? You get what I'm saying? Like, what's the fun in that?
I feel like getting older, I am now getting into writing it and making it plain.
Mm-hmm.
So exactly what I want, I'm going to write it, put it on paper, I'm going to speak it, and I feel like God going to work it out how he going to work it out.
No, he will for sure.
And I don't feel like you're supposed to do it on your own or you're meant to do it on your own. It's just not meant to be done with the person that you started it with.
Right.
But it's somebody out here that's going to step in and do all of those things without you even having to ask.
And you know what's crazy? Because it's hard to explain to dudes. I'm not looking for a stepdaddy. My kids got a daddy. I don't need nobody to be their daddy. You know what I'm saying? I want someone to fit with me. And, of course, they come along with that.
Right.
And that's a part of the package. But a lot of times I do think men are fearful that women are trying to put off their responsibilities on them. I'm not trying to do that. I don't even want you talking to them for real. If I'm gonna be honest with you, let's keep it a secret.
The wrong man is gonna think like that. A real man gonna come in. He just gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because I think about even with Quinterius, I don't have to tell him to interact with my kids. I can be upstairs, he downstairs, and that's his time with them.
Right.
Like they wait till I'm not in the room with them to go flock to him.
Oh,
play
wow.
the game with them. He sit and help with homework. I don't have to ask him to do anything.
That's so good.
He just naturally does.
Yeah.
And I feel like when it's your time, a man is gonna do that because he could easily say, "Oh, she got 3 kids. I ain't gonna do that."
Right.
She got 3 compared to my 1, and now at this point, I got 4 kids compared to your 1. I mean, one is of us together, but
still, right.
Yeah, that's a jump. You got 1 child that you used to dealing with, and now I got 3.
Yeah.
That's an adjustment.
It is. Well, I don't know if I'm ready. No, I know I'm not ready. I'm not really ready to date for real. Like, I know that. But I'm so tired of being by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Boring.
And it's so different having somebody next to you every day to just not. Like, it was literally overnight here. It was just like, one day you're here and one day you're not. And it's just like, dang. And then, me being the only child, I loved coming over y'all house because I got to interact. Like, and now I feel like I'm a kid again. I guess it's my chance to heal my inner child, I guess.
It is.
Because it's just like, I don't like, I enjoy alone time, but I don't like being alone. And I got 5 kids, but I can't talk to y'all about life for real.
No, it's not.
I sit down and they have really deep conversations. It's so cute because my 6-year-old was like, "Where is the Lord? Is he in outer space?" And I'm just like, "That's a really good question."
Yeah.
And we have those conversations, but it's just it is not the same talking with your counterpart about life. And that's one thing I really do miss. The sex is one thing for sure, but I really miss just sitting in the bed at 3 a.m. just talking about life. Like,
Now I will say, don't be by yourself too long. I think that was my issue. Since I've been out on my own, that's going on 9 years. I've been living by myself.
yeah.
So when I say I don't know how to live with somebody,
Right.
after a couple of days, I'm like, dang,
You still here.
in my space.
Get out my living room.
Why I gotta share my bed every night?
Yeah.
Why I come downstairs and you sitting on my couch?
And that's the thing. So
it's driving
now
me
I'm
crazy.
still in the phase to where I want that. But I get what you're saying. The longer I don't have that.
You ain't gonna want it.
Yeah.
Once it starts, you gonna be like, oh, this about to drive me crazy. Because my thing is, it's one thing to deal with children and they're having a bad day.
Right.
But I feel like your spouse, when they coming in and you've had a bad day at work or you're in your own head, that energy rubs off on your partner.
Yeah.
My kids' energy don't rub off on me. They're
Right.
kids. They're still learning to deal
And
with
it's
life.
your job to help them navigate through those
Yeah.
feelings. It's not necessarily your job to help your spouse navigate through those feelings.
And then, you looking for your spouse to come home. So it's just like, okay, so we're not going to be loved down there.
Right.
And then they come in, they got
And
a
now
whole
you
attitude.
grumpy.
So now I got an attitude because what you mad about? Like,
Yeah.
we ain't seen each other all day. I just don't, I found peace in being
Being
in
by
my
yourself.
own space by
Yeah.
myself. So I just feel like nothing and nobody's going to come between it now. I mean, even when my kids said we was on and off for 10 years, we never lived together though.
Yeah. Because the majority of the time, y'all were kids. I remember. Because
Yeah.
I'm looking like, first of all, that boy too old to be with you. But I'm mind my business. But yeah, I get that. I'm really excited about love, though, and finding love again.
Absolutely.
So I'm not like, I hate to hear women who have been hurt the way I've been hurt, be like, F these, and all this city girl talk.
I mean, to a
You know what I'm
certain
saying?
extent,
I mean,
'cause the hood side come out too.
I
like,
get
yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It is just I think I don't want to tap into that because I don't want to get comfortable there. I don't want to get comfortable there. I don't want to be that I didn't like myself when I was that way. I really didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't comfortable. I got everything I wanted, for sure.
Of course.
But I wasn't genuinely happy. And I think I found happiness in being a family. I found happiness in being a wife once I actually learned. And that's another thing, learning to be a wife while you're being a wife, do not recommend. It's not okay. But now that I've learned to do that, I'm ready to be that again.
And be it the right way.
You know what I'm saying? And I got friends that are like, oh, you got to get out. Like you said, you got to go date. I don't want to date. I don't want to go out. I want to be a wife. And that's kind of trash because how do I get there without dating?
You got well, yeah, friend, you got to date. You got to date.
Buy me a drink.
See, me,
You're
I
not
like
buying
to
me
eat.
anything, sir. Get
No.
away from
You
me.
can buy this meal though, cause I love to eat. We going to eat.
We're going to eat.
We don't do nothing else.
Not
we
for
gonna eat.
real. I can do that for sure.
Yeah, you like to eat, so that's a perfect
No.
day for you. For
So
real.
with your relationship now, like, do y'all feel pressure from your family to like be married and all of that stuff?
His family, yes. Mine, no.
Yeah.
His sister and I actually had a conversation earlier part of the year because I was still pregnant. She was just like, I feel like I should just go to the courthouse to get married. I said, no, I feel like he got a lot of stuff to work on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, y'all can fix that along the way. I said, that's the problem now.
That's it, man.
People
Shout
go
out to
into-
you for saying no to that because
Yes. I
Yeah.
just don't believe in fixing problems once you done actually said them vows because
Yeah.
now I'm kind of like stuck with these to work with you.
it ain't kinda.
Stuff
Like if
needs
you
to
for
be
real
worked.
about it, you stuck for real.
Yeah.
And it's like now you're stuck with an unfinished product.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times when we're unfinished and we join with somebody as one, we don't do the work to become finished. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's like I got this person and people get comfortable.
Yeah.
And-
It's like I got you now. We good.
Yeah. And I told her, I was like, no. Too many of us walk into marriage, knowing that it was things that need to be fixed on the front end.
Yeah.
Now you looking like, I don't know why my marriage like this or like that. You know,
It's been like
it
that.
wasn't gonna
It
change
started off
because
like that.
you said your vows.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta fix things on the front end, and if I can point those things out prior to marriage and get them fixed, that's what we're gonna do.
Right.
I'm not rushing into anything because I ain't finna sit here and lie. I know what the Bible say. I know what we saying in front of that pastor. But
if I got a roll, give me the papers. I'm signing.
I just gotta
go. Ooh.
It's not working.
Ooh, you tough.
I gotta go.
You tough.
I'm just not gonna sit in a marriage miserable and unhappy because we said this in front of God and well, God know I'm unhappy too. I ain't supposed to live a life like this.
I get it. Trust me. Been there, done that. I get it.
And I feel like when you're unhappy, you have an unhappy home. Your kids feel it. Mm-hmm. It's just it's negative energy all around you.
You know what's crazy for me though? In my situation, I think he and I both were great pretenders for a very long time. So it's like my kids didn't even feel the negative energy. Mm-hmm. And when we got here, it was just like, what? You know? And I think that there's just another layer to it when you commit to these vows and you're, even in relationships, even outside of marriage, just saying that, hey, you my girl, I'm your man, and you got so much to work on. And it be heavy stuff. It don't be just, I don't know. I don't shower every day. You know what I'm saying? It don't be something petty like that. It's just like I hate my mama.
Yeah.
But I'm finna love you. How?
Baby, explain.
You know? So, that's a lot. But I appreciate you being here, talking me through this stuff. Because when I tell you, I'm in my head all day, every day. And, you know, I'm looking how I'm looking. So, guys be looking. Mm-hmm. And half the time, they only want one thing. And I know that. And I want that. But I know I can't handle it. I know I'm going to fall in love with the first person that blow me a kiss.
You got to take your feelings out of it.
I don't know how.
And you know what? Even with him, I can respect it because when we first started talking, even when he gave me a hug, it's just like, your hands didn't go down. Like
he was real respectful. Yeah,
real respectful. He was just like, I don't necessarily have to have that. Yeah. I mean, I know what I want in a woman. That's going to come.
Yeah.
I respect it.
That's nice. God, send me that. Send me someone who knows what they want in a woman and it can be respectful. Yeah. You know, my daddy told me that it was so funny because I was telling him about the guy I really like. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I talked to my daddy like for real. And I was like, he really be dodging all my advances. I don't know what's going on. And he was like, you just want to be fast. You're not used to no respectable young man. And I'm like, maybe that's...
And we're not.
Maybe that's true. I'm not used to somebody actually respecting me. Because when I tell you 9 times out of 10, when a guy talking to me, the conversation instantly turns into that. And I'm turned off. And it's crazy because I want that. But because you constantly bringing it up, please. But to the guys that are dodging those advances, it's just like, stop being a slut, Charisma.
Yeah, because them are the ones you need to go after because they actually want you for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a pretty woman. You keep yourself up. You got a cute shape.
Yeah.
No, I heard about that all the time. Now, somebody, but...
First of all, don't get me blushing, but no.
For real.
It's really hard, though. Presenting yourself, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, presenting yourself a certain way and having guys like look at you and gawk over you, but knowing that there's so much more to me than what I look like.
Right.
And then when they find out the small things, like the 5 little things that come with me, it's just like, oh, you know, I really don't want to be for real now, and I really just want to do that. And it's like, come on now. Don't do me like that.
Gonna have to tone it down on the information.
Girl, I know. Anywho. So, let's get to these affirmations on
Girl,
what it
I
is
got my cards.
We can have our mindset to when it comes to relationships, dating, and just moving forward in life.
Okay. So my first one, I had to do 3.
Okay.
Okay. I almost did 5.
You could have done as many as you wanted. Because I need them all.
Okay. So the first one, I allow myself to feel so that I can heal.
Ooh, I allow myself to feel so that I can heal.
Yes, ma'am.
I like that.
Okay. The next one, I am filled with positive energy and evolving with purpose every day.
I am filled with positive energy and evolving with purpose every day.
Yes. I feel like this one you need to say every day.
I'm finna keep these.
You can keep them
First of all, I'm posting them on my mirror so I see them every morning. I like this. Come on, give me the third one.
The third one, I open myself to receiving an abundance of everything I want and desire.
I open myself to receiving an abundance of what is it?
Ma'am.
Let me get it right. Everything I want and desire. I love that.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for joining us and enjoy the rest of your week.